Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing really, really well. I'm still fighting with thrush. Today is the last day of my 3-day antibiotic, and last night my husband went up twice and got me those slushy drinks from our local IGA because that's the only thing that helps my mouth. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm fighting with that. I've got like a super, super headache today. But I wanted to talk about a few things. Number one, I'm going to tell you all the chickens that I've lost. If you watch me, you remember Belle, my sapphire gem, who used to photobomb my videos. She liked sitting in my lap. She would talk to me. She would like fly up on my shoulder and talk to me, but she would photobomb some of my videos. Like I think the one where I painted the chickens, she flew up there to see what the heck I was doing. I mean, she's just a lovely bird. She is gone. Frazzle was gone. Gracie passed away from, I think it was an injury to her rear end. If you remember, I said something about her looking like a rumpless bird and something had grabbed her tail feathers out, the neighbor dog. She passed away. I found her where everybody is laying their eggs, and I've got one setting. One of my Normorans, I believe it's Betty. I don't think it's Lois. I think it's Betty. She is sitting on eggs. See, yeah, because Molly was killed. Anyway, I'm missing both my Jersey Giants. And we've had a fox barking at night down by the neighbors. So one night, my chickens were going crazy, and I'm like, what in the heck is going on? Popped in the car, ran down there, talked to the other guy, and yes, there is a fox, and she's got babies. So she's been hunting really hard and heavy. Why she decided to come up here and kill my chickens after she's been killing his chickens, I guess mine tastes better. They're probably fatter, for sure. So anyway, that's where we are with the chickens. The little hoodlums moved themselves to the barn last night. They spent the night in the barn last night. They did not like it. But the one thing is it gave the littler ones, the whole building to play in, and they're having a ball. They are just having a ball, flying around, creating havoc. Now, I want to tell you about an update on the manager at Farm and Home that schooled me on SKU numbers and pricing and where things belonged. I went down Saturday. I went down Saturday to the Farm and Home store. They had sent me a 5 off of my purchase through my email. And so I thought, well, I do need chick feed because them chickens, they eat a lot, especially when they're in the stages that the bigger ones are in. Man, they can clear out a bowl in no time. Of course, the littler ones, they just waste most of it. And then I make them like do a half day of picking to try to clean up what they have spilled all over the place. So as I was coming in, there was a police officer there. This is kind of an interesting story. And apparently a guy was trying to push out about $1,000 worth of merchandise for the second time, but got caught this time. I mean, he took off, but they've got pictures of him, I guess, and the cop was there, blah, blah, blah. But man, that was brazen to put like an air conditioning. I don't know if it was an air conditioner I saw on there or a air compressor. It was a bigger box. And there was a couple more bigger box items on there. Man, it's like a highway through here right now. They do not follow the speed limit. But anyway, so the manager, the store manager, I believe his name was Scott, very nice fella. He helped me get everything set up for my account when I went down there. And he helped me use my card for the first time because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. But anyway, he and I talked about this situation. Once he was done with everything, because I went to the side, he says, And I started to tell him something. He says, I said, let me just move out of the way. I said, I'm in no hurry. I'm going to go look at your seed packets. So I went and read seed packets while he took care of some customers and got someone else up to the register. And he came over and he said, so what's up? And I told him the story about being schooled about the SKU numbers and the placement, and how, you know, by the end of it, I was pretty worn out, and that she had very nastily said, I will never do this again. This is the first and only time I'm going to do this. And that I marched her over there when she went and got just the $1 lower price than the $2 lower price stand price thing at the skid. This man was so apologetic. I said, listen, I said, she might have been having a bad day, but I said, I am a customer and I spend hundreds of dollars here. If I walk in there, I can guarantee you I spend between $60 to $100 every time I'm in the store. That's a good customer. I have the credit card account. I pay it off every month. You know, I mean, I'm a good customer. And I do go in and I love their clearance items. The farm and home clearance items are absolutely phenomenally priced. I have found some really great items. Like the stapler. I mean, sometimes really good stuff. But anyway, he got my $5 discount off my tablet, this thing here I'm using, because that's how I have to do it now. I have to pull it up and turn it off, and then when I go to the store and I turn it on, then it's there. But now the Big Lot one didn't work. So anyway, then he took a $20 gift card and registered it and took that off my bill. Okay. And then he gave me another $20 gift card. So that's $40 total. He comped me. And, you know, I didn't ask for it. And I told him, I said, you don't have to do this. I said, that's not necessary, because it really wasn't necessary. I just wanted her to be schooled on how to talk, you know, to customers. But he could not believe the things that she said to me. I said, you know, I would love to work for your company. He says, I would love for you to work for my company. I says, well, I can't right now. Plus it's a little longer drive. And he just looked at me and says, really? He says, I need someone competent in here. And I said, well, you know, I can't work right now. So anyway, he and I talked, and he says, this will never happen to you again. He says, I can promise you. And I said, well, please don't fire her, because she probably needs her job. And he's like, I'm not. But he says, I'm going to school her like she schooled you. And I said, that would be fine. Okay. So today I have to go. Today is the first day of the new ad for Kroger and Kroger affiliates. And I saw some prices. I am going to be going to JC today. I need some things to make the chicken salad. I was shocked the other day. My husband went to Aldi. He bought 3 pizza crusts. He bought some cheese, some sweet potatoes for the dogs, and he also bought some Berman's mayonnaise. Now, I had Hellman's mayonnaise up there from a coupon deal. I was like, well, I have mayonnaise. He's like, well, okay, so we have 2. I've trained him well. He also was so proud of himself. He asked me yesterday where was the best place for him to get tarps. And I said, you know, if you want a more quality tarp, I said, go to Tractor Supply. And this is what he told me. I went to Tractor Supply, and the one lane, they had one for, I don't know how much he said, but he says, when I went over to the other lane, I found 2 as the price for 1. I was like, you swifty little shopper. He has really become good shopper. He will ask me questions, and then when he goes in and evaluates the situation, he does exactly what I would do. So we now have him, when he goes down to the other side, he goes to one of the towns that I don't go to, because I don't like that town. and he has to go down there for certain reasons. But I mean, there's like a Home Depot and that kind of stuff going on. Plus, there's some of the stuff that he's working with, his situation that he goes down there and he stops at Aldi. And he knows pizza crusts, sweet potatoes for the dogs. And he started looking around. He's like, man, he said, there is some good stuff there. He says, but some things I know you get cheaper with sales. And I'm like, that's my boy. So he's doing really good at shopping. What else is an update? I think I updated you on all of my chickens I've lost from dogs and probably a fox. But I think Frazzle is the one who I keep bringing her up. But Belle, now that Belle is gone, I was a little depressed yesterday because there was no Frazzle, there was no Belle. Gracie, I had to bury her. But the 10 little hoodlums, when they put themselves in the barn, I was like, okay. So we have 18 to replace all of the ones, but they're not going to replace the birds that have touched my heart in one way or the other. It's one thing about raising chickens. Sometimes you find those chickens that you absolutely love. Crookshank is still with us. I now put a piece of our indoor-outdoor carpet in the bathtub, so that way Crookshank can get some exercise. Crookshank was in there all day yesterday, and last night when I put her back on the freezer, he was just looking at me like, really? You left me in there all day by myself. So he stood there and talked while I was doing something in the kitchen, and we did our nightly gather. Everybody got something. I had baked some sweet potatoes, and so the girls were getting sweet potatoes, and he got some sweet potato, and the cat got some chicken. But anyway, today I've got to go get some things to make some chicken salad. I got those, the chicken that I got for, I think it was, I don't remember, but it was the chicken breast, tender, thin slice things. I'm going to cook those up and make chicken salad. I think that's something that my husband would like. He can help himself. I don't have to, cook a whole lot. All I got to do is just make up the chicken and then shred it, cut it, and add a bunch of stuff to it. And we've got all of that really good bread in there that I bought. So that's what we're having for dinner, I think. You'll probably have leftovers too. That was pretty good. I made up sausage links and bacon. I fried that all up. I made taco meat. Then I made the steak strips. And then with the steak strips, I cooked bell peppers, mushrooms, onions, and then I threw some spinach in there and made a really good kind of like deconstructed kebab strip. I don't know. He could have ate them as fajitas, or he could have ate them with this very large baked potato that I baked him, and I think he was pretty happy with that. So that was dinner last night. There's still leftovers. I'm trying to clear out the fridge of everything that we're not eating, and so the girls are getting this Mod Podge of a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Kind of broke my heart when I found an open thing of yogurt, because I knew that was Frazzle's, but the girls loved it. I think Shaky ate most of it. Okay, now I've rambled on and on. You'll probably see a little haul today, and I'll bring the ad from JC and we'll go over it, especially for the weekly digitals. Peanut butter, I think they dropped it to $1.47 or 49. I don't know, but it's not $1 and it's not 99 cents. So it really isn't the best deal, but it is 30 cents off the regular price. There are some better ones though. I do know that the thighs, the legs, chicken, I believe it's Tyson, are going to be 99 cents a pound, which is great because I'm going to grab some of that thigh. Actually, I need to just pull from the freezer because my husband told me do not put anything else in the freezer. And there's a couple freezer deals I want to do. So I think I'll just pull him his chicken thighs. The cat, Thor. I'll pull his chicken thighs from the freezer today. Yeah, my freezer, he says it's not freezing right, and he says it's going to be an issue, so I need to use some stuff out of there. I just rambled on again, didn't I? Well, y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Probably in the next few days, I'll be going back over to Ohio and dropping off some more at the homeless pantry. I really would like to see what's going right now, but I just don't want to go down there today. It's rainy, it's cold. It is going to get up to like 58 today, partially cloudy. So mushrooms. I do know that people were finding mushrooms. I have not in the area that I normally find them, right in here, because the night times got cold again. I don't know, but it is mushroom season, guys. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. See me later.